Right, well, good morning, everybody. We had a vote last week. We don't do them very often, referendums, although some countries have four every year. So this one was quite a tumultuous one. Uh, we all know the outcome now, and if you didn't, you must be in a cave. Um, and of course, the country is split, but it was split anyhow because there's Labour people and there's Conservative people. It's just that the split now is completely different. It's kept the media busy, can't argue with that. They are as happy as bunnies jumping about in a field because they don't know where to go to next. So we're spending loads of time discussing something which needs sorting. But there you go. So I want to just sum things up because I'm slightly hacked off up here in Yorkshire where the sun's still shining, it's still coming up in the morning, the birds are still singing outside, lorries are still delivering stuff. My price for my petrol hasn't gone up. It's just life's going on down here, but up here I should say, but down there it's things are doing differently. So I'm going to sum things up. The Remain crew are all sulking. Petitions going on, yeah. As long as you don't pass 17 million in your petition, then I think you're going to be on a loser there. Nicola Sturgeon isn't accepting it. She wants a rerun. The country wants a rerun. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. 1 million people more voted to exit, and that's the size of a large city. It's not an insignificant amount. So anyhow, then we move on to the stock exchange because nobody actually can tell the future, and people there are just busy trying to make money. They're like polls; they have no idea, so they'll just keep doing whatever they're doing, regardless. So there's no point in worrying too much about them, and I'm keeping it very simplistic because that's how I like to do it. Then we have the Conservative Party. Chaos almost reigns, but the 1922 committee have met, and I have to say this isn't the first time they've met since 1922. That is the title of that committee, and they have brought a little bit of calm to the situation. So this Thursday, anybody who's a Conservative and an MP can put their name in the hat to be the next Prime Minister, and that's going to be interesting. And then also, September the 9th is decision day, when the party will make a decision about who it wants to be the Prime Minister. Now, all those who've just joined, thank you for joining the party, but I'm afraid that you won't actually get any say in it because it's a 3-month rule, and September the 9th is before that 3-month rule. So, in the meantime, in Camp Brussels, politicians are probably having a moan at officers right now because Article 50 means that the country that wants to leave sets the actual date for when they instigate Article 50, and I'll bet they're saying to officers right now, it should have been the moment they voted for it, then Article 50 is actually imposed. So they can moan all they like. So no doubt that will change. No doubt they will get that change. Well, this brings me on to the chaos that is the Labour Party. As an opposition, they are supposed to be opposition. They're not supposed to oppose each other. They're supposed to provide the scrutiny and the opposition to the government, i.e. hold the government to account. They can't even hold themselves to account at the moment because as you've seen in the media and is perfectly obvious for the whole wide world, the membership of the party want Jeremy to stay there, and I for one would also like to see him stay there. But those that work with him, most of them, don't want to. So they're all busy resigning. I didn't realise how many ministers we had, but it's quite a lot. And his last shadow cabinet meeting yesterday was a bit of a round robin with about a third of them missing and some new people coming in that we've never heard of. But actually we have heard of them because obviously all the MPs are elected, so somebody somewhere along the way must know them. So I think the Labour Party need a bit of a recess. I think they should up sticks, go to a golf club and spend a weekend doing some bonding, and then come back next week and do what you're supposed to do, please. Bit of bonding, get yourselves together, come up with a new crew, and then get back stuck in there and make sure that our government is doing what it does. And last but not least, Nicola Sturgeon. Sorry, you had a vote. You know what else was coming along. It isn't like you didn't know this was going to happen. The majority agreed to stay with the rest of the country, the United Kingdom, knowing full well that down the line was coming a referendum promised by this government. That concludes my rant. I'm sorry I've gone on and you've probably already switched it off, but if you haven't, have a nice day.